What's up, YouTube? It's been back again. Third time's a charm. Had to attempt 3 times to get this stream going. Go share it on the Facebook group. We were just doing the 1990 Topps baseball box by the pack. So see if anybody shows up. I know we didn't have too many show up last week for this. Just a couple guys in this one, really. It's 3 o'clock. I was hoping somebody would show up. Because I'm going to have to run it regardless. All right, let's get rolling. Get this keyboard out of my way. Hopefully somebody will show up here in the chat. Fresh box 90 Topps. First 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 packs are bins. First 4 packs are Ben Phelps. And I know he's only going to want star and possible rookies. We did not hit a Frank Thomas on our first box. Turn back the clock. Fred Lynn, Scott Terry, Todd Zeal, Weston, Behringer, Castillo, Luciter, Bell, Propaganda, Montgomery, Bover, Plesac. There's a Kirby Puckett, Javier, Von Hayes, and a Robin Yount, and a Junior Felix on pack 2. Which way these go here? I got it right. Belinda, Guzman, Leyva, Randy Velarde, Saberhagen, Bedrazian, Sid Bream, Matt Young, Mark Thurman, Randy Reddy, Phil Bradley, Manny Lee, Greg Brock, Chris James, Pagliaro, and Joe Morgan. So we're not doing nothing too crazy so far. We've got a Yount and a Puckett. Appreciate y'all watching. If you're watching this later or watching it now, Drew Hall, Jeff Russell, Alejandro Pena. There's a Robin Yount All-Star. Mike Stanton, Bruce Benedict, Jesse Orosco, Ed Whithead, Mullins, Henneman, Calderon, Liriano, Frank Williams, John Moses, Brian Harvey, and Joe Oliver. These first 4 packs been pretty non-eventful. You got 2 Robin Younts and a Kirby Puckett so far. That's about it. And this is your pack number 4. You had the first 4 packs. Boddicker, Jones, Desaski, Mark Langston, Dave West, Jack Morris, Hall of Famer, Bichette, Elster, Hassey, Jody Davis, Randy Kramer, Fred Tolliver, Mike Davis, Gene Nelson, Scott Scudder, and Frank White. That was honestly pretty non-eventful. I'll put your stars on a sleeve here, but that was not hitting on much. I'm gonna lie. All right, pack 5 is Brad. Brad Phelps. Gary Wayne, Marquis Grissom, Johnson, Floyd Bannister. There's a John Smoltz, Charlie Hayes, Mike Sharperson, Jody Reed, Raymond Martinez, Ernie Riles, Tony Fossas, Dave Schmidt, Tracy Jones, yes, Larry Sheets, Ricky Jordan, and Chuck Finley. So Brad got a Smoltz. All right, the next 6, 7, 8, and 9 are Zach's. 6, 7, 8, 9, all are Zach Hall. I can't remember if Zach wanted all his cards or not, so I guess I'll team bag them. Good luck, Zach. I gotta turn this light a little bit. It's right in my eyes. Phil Stevenson, Charlie Lee Brandt, Brian Clutterbuck, Bew Aldred, John Costello, Will Clark, Sandy Alomar, Don Paul, Willie McGee, Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer, Bobby Witt Sr., Bob Mylackey, then Jim DeShays, Willie Randolph, Lloyd Mosby, Dick Schofield. Rod Nichols, still on Zach's packs. Pat Perry, Jeff Juden, John Cagliolosi, Ruben Sierra, Chris Gwynn, Kent Anderson, Mike Dunn, Darnell Coles, Danny Martinez, Dan Clissenberry, Bill Wegman, Wally Joyner, Wallace Johnson, Sean Dunston, and Jim Gantner. Propaganda piece, Rob Ducey, Rafael Palmeiro, Jim Gott, Kevin McReynolds, Rob Ritchie, Lenny Harris, Steve Balboni, Mike Jeffcoat, Joe Hesketh, and there were so many players in these sets. David Cohn, Greg Swindell, Dave Johnson, Teddy Higuera, Doug Rader, Don Zimmer, Pedro Guerrero, and the last pack for Zach, at least in this little section. I don't know if he got more later. I think he did. Roberto Alomar, John Crook, Appier, Steve Sachs, Mike Schmidt turned back the clock, Kurt Gibson, Greg Catterett, Tom Lampkin, Todd Worrell, Dan Pasqua, Greg Minton, Greg Briley, Rookie Cup, Joe Price, Dave Dravecki, and Steve Wilson. So he got 2 star cards there, Larkin and Will Clark. Let me bag these other cards up real quick. I'm not sure if he wants them or not. Does they'll be team bagged. Sorry for holding everything up here. Got to take care of them. Looks like there's 4 people watching, but nobody talked but Ben. These little sticky things on the team bags are pain. All right, let me write his name on those and we'll get them in the box. All right. All right. Number 10's Brad Phillips again. It's good luck, Brad. Larry, if you happen to be watching, let me know if you want all the cards or just the better cards. You got a ton of packs. Got a checklist. Kevin Bass, Delano DeShields, Nelson Santovenia, Eric Davis, Juan Agosto. There's Bartlett Giamatti. Hadn't seen that card in the last box. Joel Skinner, Jack Howell, Tim Burstis, Vince Coleman, Devon White, Dwayne Ward, Brian Downing, Mike Bialecki, and Ron Darling. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, let's see. 11, 12, 13, 14 are Larry. The next 4 packs are Larry. All right, I'll dig that commissioner card back out for you, Brad. I'm glad you said something before I moved along too far. And sleeve that up and put it in the box for you. I didn't even think about you wanting that one. All right, Larry. It's got 4 packs here in a row. Steve Farr, Steve Olin, Jeff Parrott, Jesse Barfield, John Candelaria, Donald Harris, Richard Dotson, Ron Jones, Steve Rosenberg, Rick Cerrone, Bill Landrum, Craig Reynolds, Rafael Belliard, Darren Dalton, Rick Shue, and Luis Aquino. Man, we need some star power here. Eric Anthony, Felix Jose, Herm Winningham, got Ozzie Smith, All-Star, Basio, Sean Abner, Tim Cruz, Rick Aguilera, Brett Butler, Dave Steeb, Greg Gagne, Roberto Kelly, Bob Boone, Jeff Kunkel, Mike Lacrosse, and Mike Scioscia. Dick Hauser turned back the clock. Danny Darwin, Roger Salkid, draft pick Danny Jackson, Mackie Sasser, Willie Wilson, Mike Smith, Jeff Pico, Candy Maldonado, Ken Williams, Jeff King. There's an Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer, Jay Howell, Ken Caminetti, Rob Deere, and Bobby Bonilla. Here's the 4th one for Larry. So we're going to go back to Brad for a couple packs. Cal Daniels, Rafael Ramirez, Kurt Young, Jeff Huson. There's a Cal Ripken, All-Star, Luis Soho, Williamson, Jeff Musselman, Cecil Espy, Mark Grace, Tom Foley, Mike McFarland, Jose Alvarez, Darryl Strawberry, Andres Thomas, and Brian Holton. Larry, I'm going to set your base aside and just sleeve these. All righty. Up next is 15-16 packs for Brad. Good luck, Brad. We were way overdue. For something good here. Bobby Valentine, Jerry Roos, Mike Gardner, Mark Gardner, Ron Oster, Steve Searcy, Carlos Quintana, Bill Doran, Jeff Ennis, Jeff Torberg. There's Edgar Martinez, Dwight Smith, Lance McCullers, Carlton Fisk. A little bit of star power here. Franklin Stubbs, Mike Devereaux, and Jack Armstrong. Glenn Allen Hill, Greg Jeffries Rookie Cup, Dobson, Kirby Puckett All-Star, Cummins, Freeman, Francisco Cabrera with a really bad airbrushing, Matt Williams, Ken Hill. There we go. There we go. King Griffey Jr. If we can't get to Frank Thomas, let's at least get that. Joe Girardi, Johnny Ray, Gerald Perry, and that made me feel better. I was beginning to worry about this box. That made me feel a little better. It's got a print line on it right here, so this is probably just a top loader clean for you, Brad, but you hit a Griffey Jr. All-Star Cup. Like I said, that makes me feel better. I was worried about the lack of star power in this box, but when you got a 700 and something card set, you're going to hit a lot of non-stars. So congrats, Brad. I'll put them in a team bag for you. I top-loaded Griffey Jr. And y'all quiet today. You gonna give it a Ben? How's your other son, Brad? Is it Brad Jr.? Okay, Larry has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. He's the one that I bought the JJ, was it TJ or JJ Watt off of, that Mikey won, and then had graded by Beckett. And when I went and bought some of my collection back from the guy I sold some stuff to, he still had that card in the box. I'd really like to have it back just for the sentimental value of it, but He was kind of high on stuff, so I just had to let it sit there. I did get my Cubs binders back from him and a few other things. So, all right, we're in the long stretch of Larry here. Good luck, Larry. Maybe he'll pick it back up one day. It's cool that you and your kids collect, though. I do think that's cool. Storm Davis, Nunez, Niedenfer, Mailer. My one stepson, he'll collect a little bit of basketball, but I just can't get him too excited about it. Villegas, Jesus, Bergman, Terry Kennedy, Randy St. Clair, John Smiley, Gus Polidor, Gary Templeton, Paul O'Neill, Shane Raleigh, and Kevin Gross. Man, we need to hit a freaking Frank Thomas. I just want to pull it. Andy Hawkins, Rance Mullins, Henneman, Calderon, Liriano, Frank Williams. It was a gold vinyl Prism. I don't remember what year we pulled it out of a box. And Mikey, I think he works up north for the company your dad works for or something. He hit it. He sent it to Beckett and got it graded. And then he razzed it. And Brad Jr. won it. And then Brad Jr. sold it to me. So it kind of, I had it, went up there, it went to Texas, went back to Texas to get graded. It was just a crazy roundabout story. There's a Dion. Kevin Mitchell. Bill Kruger. But it was a gold vinyl number to 5. Just one of my hits I remember. There's a Nolan Ryan. Yeah. I know where the card is, but I know this guy, the dealer I sold my stuff to, he's going to want like top value for it. So I don't really want it that bad. It'd be cool to have it back, but I don't want it that bad. There's a Nolan Ryan for Larry. Zavaris, I don't even remember that guy. Corey Snyder, Randy Kutcher. There's Donnie Baseball. Roy Smith, Rasmussen, Ricky Horton. It's getting a little bit of star power here. I don't remember what year. It was when we could still buy Prism boxes and they were somewhat affordable. I could tell you that because I could still break them. I don't think it was a retail. I think it was hobby. Brad, did you still talk? Is it Mikey or Mickey? He hasn't got a break, and he did there for a little bit, and then he disappeared again. Jason Grimsley, got a Jim Rice, Hall of Famer, Crom Dog, All-Star, Jimmy Jones. Yeah, Strange. I know him and your dad were the only ones getting into breaks back then, but that's been several. So that's been what, 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, you still talk to him? Hadn't heard from him in a while. Yeah, I remember he got you into the breaks. I don't see no use in calling out all these guys' names. Wow. Yeah, I know our breaks might be a little small for him, so he likes the high end stuff. I get in some breaks myself here and there too. That's a Curt Schilling. That's probably we got it. Larry, dirty dog. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a grader. It's off center. You can see this border's way fatter than this one, but other than that, it's sharp. Congrats, Larry. We finally got it. It's not a no name. I don't know if you guys probably know about the no name era, but we got the Frank Thomas. I forgot he comes along with Curt Stillwell because I've watched a lot of breaks to this, and usually if you hit Curt Stillwell, you got a not Curt Stillwell, Curt Schilling. You've got a Thomas coming up. Roger Clemens, La Russa, Juan Samuel. Him and JMVP used to have a YouTube channel. They were friends. And then Bobby is neighbors with them. Bobby are getting something every great once in a while, but it's been a while. And they were all three. Jay, I don't even think he makes YouTube videos anymore. But I think they were all sort of in the same neighborhood. So, yeah. The good old days. Got Larry, Thomas, rookie. I'm in Ventura. Marty Clary, Joe Oliver, Darnell Coles, Denny Martinez. Can we get another one in this box? Wally Joyner. Congrats, Larry. I'll show it again before I bag it up here. They put these in a couple of sleeves. I should have got the thick sleeves out. Yeah, I know he was breaking like crazy when the Zion thing was going on, but there's the Frank Thomas. Larry. He was getting in every break I had, but we were breaking a ton of that basketball when Zion and Ja was the rookies. We were breaking that stuff every week if I could find it. Basketball right now is everywhere down here. I'm seeing more basketball boxes than I am. I'm not even seeing baseball hardly. Okay, so that was the second long streak. I'm trying to remember where I am. I think Zach's got a pack next. One Zion's. Zach Hall. Got one pack here, number 23, and then we're going back to a stretch of Larry. So here we go, Zach. John Morris, Mark Lemke, Fred Lynn, Hensley Mullins, Pascal Perez, Ojeda, Wathan, Glenn Davis, Randy Reddy, Bradley, Manny Lee, Greg Brock, Chris James, Pagalero, Joe Morgan, and Willie McGee. Zach. We had a lot of Zions back in those days, man. I hope y'all sold them all. Hope you sold them all. I mean, we get excited about those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 more Larrys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Larry Mays again. I don't know if that's a good buy or not. I mean, he could turn it around. You never know, but all right, Larry again. Dave Clark, Keith Hernandez. I'll set that aside. Even though he's a Mets guy. Matt Noakes, Oil Can Boyd, Wes Gardner, Corsi, Mike Heath, Greg Maddux, Thurman, and Dave Parker's a Hall of Famer now. So. He's going to win one day. Roger McDowell, Jim Abbott, Paul Coleman. Right now, like PCA and Tom Gordon, Seiya Suzuki are probably my two. There's a Doc Gooden. Probably my two go-tos, honestly, right now. Seiya Suzuki, PCA that are playing. All-time, probably Ernie Banks, Santo Williams, those guys, Mark Grace, Ryan Sandberg, Diaz, Jack Clark, Vince Coleman, Lee Mazzilli. You pulled a number to 5. Who did you pull a number to 5 of? Tim Burke, Bob Nepper, Ganner, Brett Butler, Dave Steve, Greg Gagne, Roberto Kelly, Bob Boone, Mike Lacoste. I don't go after Ryan Sandberg autos too hard. I have a couple. He's pretty cheap to get through the mail, but it seems like his autos always sell high, the pack pull stuff, so I don't buy many of those. Mainly for PC now, I'm PC and hockey guys. So, of course, Hellebuck and Toffoli. And I kind of collect the Kachuk boys a little bit, but I really don't buy none of their big cards. Any Cubs parallels, I've been buying like black borders and gold refractors. I've been getting those. There's Barry Larkin. There's Bobby Witt Sr. Then Jim Deshaies. All right. There's Larry's other batch of Gretzky. I mean, if I pull a Gretzky from a pack, I'll keep it. Every now and then I'll buy one. I think a smart buy on Gretzky is any refractors like late 90s, early 2000 refractors you could get of him, because his rookie cards, just his 80s base cards, they're all good buys, I think. Okay, 2 more for Brad. I think those are smart buys. Oh, I imagine not. Which I do have the team in Dallas, and it's not a bad team. So we got Brad's packs here. Kurt Ford, Randy Myers. There's a Wizard. Danny Cox, Maddox, Tapani, Thigpen, Barry Lyons, Daly, Bob Guerin, Greg Olson, Milligan. Oh, I like Rizzo. I collect a lot of Rizzo. I even collect his non-Cubs, some of his non-Cubs cards, but I don't chase them too hard. Rizzo was probably my favorite there for a long time. Let me see what this message is. But yeah, Rizzo probably was my favorite when he was a Cub. I think one time I pulled a Javi Baez auto in a break, but I'm still sorting my cards, so I'm not 100% sure if I still have it. This was you, wasn't it, Brad? Yeah. There's a Biggio. Steve Davis, Londello. We'll throw the Bernie Williams in there. Bly Levin's a Hall of Famer. Spike Owen, Tony Pena, Teddy Higuera, Raider, and Don Zimmer. I guess I don't know if Rizzo's officially retired, but he's not playing anywhere. I was kind of hoping the Cubs would bring him back in some capacity, but Chris Bryant went downhill after he left. I think Javi's playing. Yeah, it was a Yankee. I think Javi's playing better than he was. All right, Brad. We got 2 Larrys. Just knocked Steph Curry over. 2 Larrys. I got one of Rizzo's Yankees graded, I think. One of his. Did I say Yankee? I meant to say rookie. Unless I did, I don't know. Anyway, I got one of his rookies graded. Or I bought it graded. There's a Koufax. Okay. And Brad, didn't you get the other one? Brad, you're getting the Griffey Juniors tonight. This one looks better. I'll center a little bit. Brad's on the Griffey kick tonight. The heck, man, that's crazy. You got 2 of those. You picked the right packs for that card. Frank's next. Well, you could assume, since there's 2 Griffies, there might be. Yeah, there was a good bit of cards in that set. You could assume there might be another Frank in here if there was 2 Griffies. Mike Scott, John Franco. There's a Mark McGwire. Smith, Burstis, Mitch Coleman, Devon White, Dwayne Ward, Brian Downing, Bilecki, Ron Darling, Cecil Espy. Nope. But you did get another Griffey and a McGuire and a Koufax. Brad, you on the Griffey kick today then. This is a pop. His 90 tops with that Rookie Cup is a popular card. Rookie Cup cards, a lot of people collect them, especially when their rookies get out of hand. But that's a popular card. That's one I probably need to get in a 9 or something like that. So 2 more Larrys. And then Brad, Larry. Did we get off somewhere? Okay, we got off somewhere. Oh, crap. How do we do that? Okay. Shit, I'll probably have to give somebody some money back. Brad will be the last pack. Larry's this pack. Brad the other pack. Then Larry and Brad. So okay. Larry had 2 left. Brad had 3. Okay. Brad, we'll go ahead and open yours. I about goofed up there. We'll open your last 3 packs. Blood on the elbow. I don't know nothing about that. Brad, these are yours, and we'll do Larry's to the last. Ruschel, Ruffin. I remember hearing something about a card with blood on the elbow, but I don't remember. I'd have to Google it or something. Rogers, Ken Phelps, Mickey Hatcher, Joe Carter, Terry Poole, Tom Lasorda, Reardon, Dibble, and Ortiz. I don't know. Olin, Parrott. I'd have to look that up. It seems like I've heard something about it now that you mentioned it, but I can't remember what it is. There's a Nolan Ryan, 5,000 for you. Cool card. Last pack for Brad, and then we get the last couple for Larry, and we're done. Yeah, I'll take care of that Nolan Ryan. Danny Heap. You got 2 of them. Goose Gazzo. Who in the heck? I don't even remember that card. Goose Gazzo. I don't remember that one. 3 Nolan Ryans. Harold Baines. Billy Ripken. DeLeon. Andre Dawson. We got a little firepower in that last little run there. let's see here. Yeah, we'll top load them. Okay. Let's see, the Eck and the Baines I'll throw in one sleeve for you. We'll top load each one of the Ryans. Get the dust off of them. It's pretty crazy to hit all those Ryans in a couple packs there. Pretty crazy. But it's cool you got your kids collecting. The one oldest boy, I give him my Magic the Gathering cards, and he dabbles with Pokemon a little bit, but like I buy him a pack for like GameStop. I have to use like my $5 or something, and he just won't even open it. So I haven't picked him up anything much lately. And the youngest boy, he kind of likes Pokemon a little bit, and basketball, mainly Jared McCann. I've got him a couple McCann cards. He got hurt this year, but damn. That one didn't want to come off. He popped up in my Facebook feed the other day as recommended friends, Atlee Hammaker. Somebody I know must be friends with him on Facebook. I was kind of shocked by that. I do like Dansby Swanson. I picked up his autographed prospect Bowman, which was this is Larry, by the way. His cards. I think he was with Arizona as a prospect. And so I picked that up a while back. His first Bowman auto. I don't think it was a refractor or anything. I think I just got the base one graded. All right, last pack. Good luck, Larry. Mike Smith, Blankenship, Ritz, Juan gone, Sierra, Candiotti, Jeff Jackson, don't remember that card, Mark Grace, Tom Foley, McFarland, Alvarez, another Strawberry, Holton, and Andy Hop. So we did get one Frank and two Griffies from the box. So that's cool. I may sort tomorrow. I'll try to post here in a little bit. I'm probably only going to do two breaks this week. I got to slow up, y'all. The sorting and shipping is kind of got me last week when I did that. And to be honest, I might do two, and I'll look and see if I got a retro box or something. Might do 3 breaks, but I think 2 or 3 boxes or breaks is the sweet spot for this group. So that's what I'm going to do for the time being. Because most of y'all just like having fun. Are you saying I should do 3, Brad? I'll see what I can do. see what I got, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Roll. If we do a roll, I guess I could do a giveaway. Hey, but two of you here. I tell you what, Ben, you're here. Brad, you're here. Pick odd or even. I'll give one of you. I got a pack right here. I'll give one of y'all. Y'all say odd or even, Brad and Ben. Brad, if you pick odd or even, Ben gets the other one. Unless there's somebody else here. Even? You all right, Ben gets odd. 12. Brad, you win. Here we go, Brad. I ain't even giving you a choice. I got this sitting right here. Maybe we can strike gold for you. I got a 91 Fleer basketball fat pack. I'm going to rip it for you, Brad. Let's see if we can get you a Jordan. I got 2 boxes of these. I need to do those in a break, honestly. A lot of cards in this. Do you want all the cards or you just want the good ones? Wolf, Otis Smith, Jerry Sloan, Mark West, Rory Sparrow, got a John Stockton, Larry Legend, Larry Bird, nice. Put him in a good pile. Just hits and coaches. Do you say coaches? Did I make sure? I think I missed a coach. Yeah, Jerry Sloan. Okay. Hits and coaches. Kevin Gamble, Derek Harper, Rolando Blackman, Bill Fitch is a coach. Does this do the spin on me? Willie Anderson, Detlef Schrempf, Alvin Robertson, Sean Elliott, LaSalle Thompson, Sam Bowie, Jim Les. There's a Pat Riley. That's a cool coach card now. Tony Campbell, Kevin Willis, Sam Mitchell. I did win my daughter the, is that Mark Jackson Hoops card? Yeah, let me know how that turns out if you grade that, if you decide to. Kenny Smith, AC Green. I got my daughter the Mark Jackson card, the Menendez brothers. Yeah, I won that the other day. Bob Weiss, coach. There's the mailman. D. Brown. James Worthy, he was pretty good. Kendall Gill. Marcus Liberty. Isaiah. Bernard King. Oh, man, that's got a print. Man, talk about a print line. Holy print line, Batman. I already sent it. I thought it looked. I mean, I hope you get a 10 on it. Dang, how did that print so bad? You see that? Dick Miota, coach. I hope you get a 10 on it, man. Johnson. I pulled one from a pack that looks pretty good, too. All-Star Game. Not sure who's on that. I'm just going to put it in your good pile. Vern Fleming. Where you going? Y'all be careful. All right. Love you. Chuck Person. Ron Seekely. Richie Adebayo, coach for the Mavs. Sherman Douglas. My boy Spud. I've got his autograph. Larry Nance. Blair Rasmussen. If I was going to do a basketball PC, I think I would do Spud Webb. I started it when there's another Joe Wolf, Otis Smith, Jerry Sloan, and Marquis. So you got a Bird. I'd say the Bird was your big. Malone. I want to sleeve the. Yeah, Bird was your. That's a clean card. Centered, nice, man. I'm actually going to top load that. Brad, look at the pop report and give this card a good eye. It's centered nicely. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but I'd look at it. That's one thing I'm going to start doing more is looking at that. I just worry about the whole PSA thing. I'm still waiting to get my Acuna. I got to get graded. But cool deal. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Ben, definitely shoot me a message if that Jordan gets a 10 or even a 9. I'd be happy with a 9 at this point. What's tough as PSA is anymore. I'd be happy with a 9. But guys, I appreciate y'all. I'll post here probably a few minutes because I'm gonna go lay down a bit. My back's killing me. I'm gonna probably figure out what we're gonna break this week here in a few minutes, and I'll post that. I know it's gonna be Topps Chrome Baseball. I got some of that in. Blasters. Let me figure out what the other breaks will be. I will see you guys later. Y'all take care.